Check 1, 2. There we are. You hear the heartbeat? The heartbeat of Mother Earth. The first sound you heard in your mother's womb. The sound of safety. The sound of wellness. A sacred sound. And it lives within your own body. Put your hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel it slow down so that it resonates with the earth, Mother. Because we can slow our heart rate down. And as you focus on your heart, it's not just a physical instrument of life. It has so much power of love. So I want us to amplify that love in our hearts. Let the stress of driving here fall away. Of finding which one I'm going to go to on the app, let that fall away. Yeah. Let's recognize that love is all you need. It's inside, and it can be amplified or diminished. Amplified or diminished. And in this moment, we're choosing to amplify that love. And let that heart expand so that you feel love travel out to your arms and legs and breasts and bellies and bums and thighs, shoulders, necks, head. Oh, those heads. Those thick heads. Does love travel upwards into the head instead of the head down into the heart? The heart up to the head. Let it travel up. And recognize now you are fully in your bodies. This is the place of sacredness. And be fully in your bodies. And when you are in your sacred space, your own bodies, that is when we can acknowledge the sacred space of others. So let us now take that love, that intention, and let it travel down our spines, our legs, and out through our feet. And imagine that there's love pouring through the floor, dissolving all the layers between you and Mother Earth. Our Mother, whose heartbeat longs to resonate with their grandchildren, with her children. And recognize that Mother Earth is the ultimate source of our wellness, of our connection, our interconnectedness to each other, of love, of what unconditional love looks and feels like. And recognize that this land has been taken care of for thousands and thousands of years. So we acknowledge our Mother for holding us fast. We also want to acknowledge the ancestors and the ones in the invisible realm who've been standing by, watching over these places, honoring the humans that take the time to honor this place. Traditionally, these were the lands, the shared territory of many Coast Salish peoples. Are still here today, praying, welcoming us, standing strong. And in particular, we honor and thank the Squamish, the Tsleil-Waututh, and the Musqueam people. We thank them, those living today, and those ancestors that have been watching over this place since time immemorial. And to those on our live stream, we know you can hear your own heartbeats of the lands you're on, wherever you are, all over the globe. Honor the place where you are standing, recognizing the traditional peoples of where you are. It could be your own people. Honor yourself. And so as our awareness comes up, back up through the earth into our hearts, take a deep breath. I'd like you to sing with me, because now we want to honor our own ancestors. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Echo. Now, I want you to be in your bodies. This song is called Nitutumak, the Visiting Song. And I wrote it because sometimes I didn't have tobacco in my hands. And in many indigenous traditions, mine, from the plains, is that when we enter a sacred space or somebody's dwelling that is not our own, or we want to open up that realm to the ancestors, we put down tobacco. But sometimes I didn't have tobacco on me. So I wrote a song to call and sing a greeting to the ancestors of a place, or to recognize my being here. So I would like us all to sing it. It's very short, and I know it's cream of chiff. I know. But just try with abandon, with love and silliness. So I'll sing it once. I'll sing one line at a time, and you repeat it back, okay? And when we do, recognize that you're calling out to your own ancestors, to the ancestors of this place, this beautiful UBC territory, this Musqueam territory out here. But we're calling in your ancestors too, because we're doing some serious change here. So let's call in our helpers, however you relate to grandmothers or helpers or guides or angels or whatever it is your language, the ones in the invisible realms that love you and walk with you. You ready? All right. Am I on this mic or this mic? This mic? Okay. I'll sing it lower because sometimes it's too high for most people. Ni tutimak, utakawikik, ipikihukian, ipinakomoyan, kiwau kiti, umaikeskitayan, inanaskomtaman, kiwikitiwiti, Kisiwiti, si wana wow. Kisiwiti, si wana wow. Brilliant. C'est bon. That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So our ancestors have gathered into this Unsummit. Welcome to the Unsummit! Yeah, and welcome to our live stream, folks. Hello, Tanchi, Kiawao. My name is Andrea Menard Deshnikashon. I'm a Métis woman from Treaty 1 territory in the homeland of the Métis. I am currently living in this beautiful, shared, unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Squamish, the Tsleil-Waututh, and the Musqueam people. I'm a guest here, and I have been welcomed by my relatives or friends from these territories to live and work and play, and I feel really honored. So here we are. Here we are together at an Unsummit. Of course we're at an Unsummit. Why an Unsummit? Because we are doing things differently. Coralus is dreaming a new dream. And this is a gathering of dreamers. Such beautiful, beautiful dreamers. You know who your people are. You know why you're here. And why Vancouver? Why this beautiful place? Because there is some thriving activators and ventures in BC. Like, wow. I think there's 30 out of all the ventures, of the 80 ventures, are in BC. Like 30 of them. That's amazing. And over 400 activators from BC since Coralus began. Like, that's amazing. We have, can I just get our local, because everyone is so amazing, I want to make sure that our local organizing committee gets acknowledged, because we went to dine-arounds, we went to meetups, we did a labyrinth, we had food together, we walked together, we had sleepovers. So all of the Vancouver and BC people, the local organizing committee, can you please stand up and let us love you? Look how many, look how many. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Merci, thank you. Miigwech. Yeah, you people stepped up, and all of the guests got to revel in that beautiful welcoming. So thank you. So now, speaking of place, here we are in Vancouver. We've landed here in Vancouver, and sometimes just landing here this morning is good. So where is everybody from? How many people are from BC outside of Vancouver? Wow, so a lot of folks came in from the island, from the interior. I met a lot of them. How many people from Alberta? Yay, we got some Alberta. Manitoba, Saskatchewan. I almost missed my province. That's where I'm from. Saskatchewan. Sorry. Saskatchewan? Oh, we got to work on that. Maybe that's why. Manitoba? Ontario. Okay, Ontario? Oh, look at that. Lots of folks from Ontario. Quebec. Woo! All right. And East Coast? Do we have any East Coast folks over? Oh, yay, we do. Woo-hoo. Oh, my gosh. And any from the North? Northwest Territories. Woo-loo-loo-loo-loo. Yukon. Newfoundland, Labrador. Oh, we're ready. Okay. Wow. Okay, anyone from the U.S.? That's a big contingent. Well done. Okay, and what about Australia? I know we got some folks from Australia here. And I don't know, where else? Okay, and on the Zoom room, I think we have people from Trinidad. Do we have someone from Trinidad here? Yes? Trinidad and Africa? South Africa? Oh, way to travel. Well done, everybody. Thank you. So I know that there's people from Singapore and people on the Zoom, the live stream from all over the world. So I just want to make sure I get some of them. From Halifax to Edmonton, Alaska to Auckland, and Brisbane, Dubai, and Singapore. Hello. That's a big Coralus community. Hi, everybody wave. Behind you, yeah. They're waving back, I'm sure they are. Okay, so we have had an extraordinary couple of days. I mean, there was so much to choose from that we kind of had our heads blown, right? We know, but we had food together. We walked in beautiful nature together. We had ceremony together. We did labyrinths. We did all these things. So we took advantage of all of these ways to connect, because Coralus is all about connections. It's about finding people who think and dream like we do, so we don't feel alone. That's why we come together. So I hope you made so many connections, and I know you did already. I made tons. I'm so blessed to meet so many new, beautiful, beautiful Coralus souls. So I believe that they created a video of some of our experiences. So let's take a peek at this beautiful video, the recap video of yesterday. She shook so hard that the camera stopped. That was incredible. And that was just a taste of what we got to experience yesterday. So, you know, part of me being here is like to just help you navigate the day. We got a lot of beautiful content and stuff available. And so I want to make sure that we remember that we're doing things differently. It's called an unsummit because we are trying to do things differently. Most of us are used to living in this state of overwhelm and like stress. So we're trying, like the whole content, all of the rooms and all of the things are facilitated, were created by the community. You know what you need, and you helped the Coralus committee make it happen. And well, local committee helped make happen. So we have breakout rooms, but they all sort of take place in different spaces. We've got breakout rooms that are content and deep dives into our Coralus ventures, which is so great because, you know, online we're not always engaging in person. We get to go in, I think, 3 of the breakout rooms, there are venture deep dives, and you'll have 2 ventures per breakout session that you can spend time with and get to know what they're doing and how they are changing the world. So that's wonderful, wonderful, worthy content. And then we have the somatic room. So if you get to a state of overwhelm, there's places to lay down, there's a place to read cards. What? They might be mine, and some of mine, and someone else's. So there's cards, there's places to just sit, move your body, and love yourself up in laying down or doing something different than just sitting. We have art installation room. We've got an art gallery. So there's places to interact. I'll explain that a little bit later. Interact with all of the beautiful artwork that's been set up for you so beautifully. And there's the venture marketplace. And there's content and sort of programming in all these different spaces. So sometimes it won't be available for just coming in and out because there'll be actual content in the room, but you have these choices. So listen to your body, go with what flows instead of, I should do this. That's so old. We're doing things differently here. So we want to listen to your heart. This is what we started the day with, is listening to your heart, engaging with this wisdom keeper right here, and follow where you need to go. There's beautiful, beautiful stories all throughout. There's going to be 15 minutes between sessions, so you have chance there to visit and refresh and check out all the things that are open. All the rooms will be open for you to engage in. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge our Coralus team and volunteers, because, you know, there's things that you may be lost. I don't know where I'm going. There's always people to help you. So can we see some of our Coralus? There's some of our team right there. Look, they're waving to you. They're waving, Danielle, Daniki, Teresa. Okay, and we have some volunteers who have the shirts on. See, can you hold up your hand there? You got shirts. They got tags and white shirts on. So they're also there to help you as well. So now I'd like you to turn your attention to your tables. There's some goodies on the table. So first of all, we want to acknowledge that some of you may not have downloaded the Hoove app. You know, that's all right. If you haven't, there's a QR code right on the table right there. Download it now. All the information I'm talking about is going to be in the app for you to choose your breakouts if you want to read more about each of the sessions, okay? So there, if you haven't downloaded it, do so now. So that's the first item. But you will notice that there are some beautiful items like some books on your table. In the center of the table, you each get a book by Madeline Shaw. Look, yes! Madeline Shaw, the co-founder of Coralus Venture Isle, has gifted everyone a copy of her book, The Greater Good, Social Entrepreneurship for Everyday People Who Want to Change the World. Bravo and Marcy, thank you, Madeline. It's a beautiful gift. I'm up for that. I want to change the world. Okay, and then there's also some postcards. You want to hold up some postcards? You see them? There's two per person. And they were created by artist-in-residence Kara Severite and poet-in-residence Vanessa Reed. Where are they? Are they in here? Hallelujah! They're probably in the art gallery. Yeah. Are they here? Okay. Oh, there you are. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, there you are. You're all so shy. Artists and poets, right? Just in the corner over there. But of course, they're quiet because they're so introspective, and they're listening to the inner wisdom within them. They're bringing through magic and poetry and wisdom from the universe. So thank you for the work you do to be able to do that. So they have created art pieces. These postcards are interactive. So one is for you, and one is for you to write on a message, and I call it the tape and take. Eh? Pretty clever, huh? I'm a writer too. Tape and take. So in the art gallery, there's going to be a wall of postcards that people tape to the wall, and on the back, if you take one, you can take one away with you. So it's like you're engaging with the rest of the community with your thoughts and your heart put on a postcard for somebody else. It's like you're sending love to someone else. That heart that we're all so invested in, this heart that colors all our work, put that on a page for somebody else. Put that on a postcard for somebody else to take. All that love in your heart, pass it on to somebody else. And then take someone else's love for you. Because that's the thing, receive as well as give. We're all good at giving. But remember that we're here to receive too. I hope I said everything. Oh, and the art pieces on the wall. So most of you know about the Rooted sessions with Echo and Sammy. Yeah, right here. And Kara and Vanessa, Kara has been engaging with the content created by creating pieces, by creating artwork. So there's some pieces on the wall that are going to be raffled off at the end. They are stunning pieces, and they carry so much of the wisdom that these two have been imparting and sharing with the community, that the community's been sharing back. So make sure you, in the art gallery, make sure you take a peek at that, and we will be raffling them off during the reception. So make sure you engage with that. You enter your name in the art gallery. There'll be some place there for you to enter your name. Oh, and the painting. So to see the beautiful bright colors on all these postcards, of course they were used by Coralus Venture Beam Paints. Is Beam Paints here? Right? An incredible Coralus Venture that are all about natural, non-waste, beautiful ways to bring our art to the world. So you used Beam Paints. And I think the colors are very important too. I wanted to share that red is for coral. You're going to see all the different colors. The violet is the universe. Teal is waves. And yellow is roots. So it's like we have all of the elements of who we are at Coralus. So the invitation is for you to engage. That's the whole thing, right? Make sure that, because every time we write something down, we're adding to the Coralus way of thinking. We're adding to the vision. And so they are collecting. You know, there's different ways to collect our thoughts and our heart. And sometimes it's direct conversation. Sometimes it's writing it down, because some people are better writing than speaking. So use that beautiful. Thank you, Kara and Vanessa. Thank you for your beautiful sharing. Yeah. Yes, and so one other things. So, Patricia, will you hold up the story cards, the statement cards? The statement cards? Yeah. Okay, so we're moving on to the statement cards. You see these? They're different. Each have 2 of them as well. There's a whole stack. And what we're creating, so it's the new world. And the other item is the what do we mean by the new world? Because you know what? It is confusing to people who are not dreaming. They're not getting it, right? So in many ways, we have to find words. We have to find tactile, visual statements to let other people know what's happening here. And so these are 14 essence statements written by Patricia Garcia Gomez. Woo! Let's hear it for her. As part of Coralus's work in developing a narrative code, I like those words, see, even that, developing a narrative that can be easily shared and talked about and taken out into the world. So feel free to take home these 2 cards that speak most to you from your table. But if you'd like a whole set, they are available and want to go deeper into embodying our new narrative. Join Patricia's breakout with Danielle at 3:15, right? So there'll be more breakout at 3:15, which is the afternoon sessions, okay? So there's lots to learn about that beautiful narrative that's being developed. Okay, and I want to bring our attention to the lanyards. Everyone just touch the lanyard. This was created by one of our, just a second, it's not, yeah, she's not a venture, right? But it's Kokum Scrunchies, was a 9-year-old entrepreneur, Anishinaabe from Gidibang-Zibi, right? Gidibang-Zibi, yeah, First Nation. And she was 9 years old when she started making Kokum Scrunchies. And Kokum in the Algonquin language, which involves Anishinaabe and Nehiyawen, Cree and Anishinaabe, means grandmother. So grandmother scrunchies. But they were created for us. She created these for us. She's no longer 9. I think that was a few years ago, so she might be 12 now. Oh, she's getting so old. But we wanted to acknowledge her and to thank longtime activator Catherine Beach. Catherine Beach and the team at Export Development Canada for gifting these to us. So supported one of our beautiful entrepreneurs who's going to take over the world. Okay, so now I want us to get back into our hearts again. And we're going to do an activity that was introduced not by me. This was introduced by Coralus Venture Wakumi Douglas when she hosted the Racial Justice Working Group. So some of you might be familiar with it, but it's called the What's Visible and Invisible. So we're going to take some time, and We're going to maybe pair up with someone at your table. And if you don't have enough people to pair up with, either join another table that's looking for somebody, or if you need to, go in threes. But it'd be better if you were with twos, so please find somebody. So most of us have what we see, people see who we are and they think they know, right? That's what reading a book by its cover, we think we know who we are. But there's so many things about us that it's like we hold in our hearts and nobody else knows about it. So here's a chance to say 2 minutes for what's visible about you and then what's invisible about you. And in a way, this can be your secret. This is your secret sauce. This is the stuff that you want other people to know. So we're going to have 8 minutes, so 4 minutes each person. So sort of, I'll tell you when to switch. So hopefully you've got through both. So choose someone at your table, maybe someone you don't know. It'd be great if there's actually somebody you don't know, because then you can be surprised. So we'll start the timer now. 4 minutes. Okay. Come on back. Come on back now. Come on back. Come on back now. Woo! Come on back now. Come on back now. Come on back now. Come on back now. Oh, yeah. Sing with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That gets you back. Okay, I know you're still revved up. Come on home. Come on home. Okay, so now I want you to take a moment to just take in what you heard. Take in what you heard from your fellow Coralus relatives. Just take it in, because it'll go bing, 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 right out the other. We have some mobile mics. If anyone wants to share something beautiful that they heard about the person next to them, not about yourself. This is about listening. What did you hear? Does anyone want to share something beautiful about someone from their table? We just have time for like 2 or 3. Come on, any. All right, we have a microphone over here.
So in the spirit of doing something different, we kind of tweaked the process. And so instead of naming what's visible about us, we actually described to each other what we saw and witnessed. And so that was very cool.
So I learned a little bit about Marianne, and I think she was identifying visibly as an activator in the space, but as she talked about what makes her tick, it was about doing and changing and challenging. So I said, so does that make you an activist? And she said, yes. And it was like it was a new thing to say, also to own an activism identity. So that was really cool.
Any more? Okay. Oh, one more.
So Anna, right here, shared with me that her husband sadly passed away 4 years ago, but she said that it was the most beautiful day, that all of her kids are getting along, and she was canning in the kitchen, and he was very happy, and I just thought that was such a beautiful thing to say, to remember that day.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, what's invisible about us is pretty spectacular. The stuff that goes on the inside is where the dreaming takes place, is where the dreaming comes from. And to me, what's important about this particular gathering is that we are dreaming a new dream, but what does that look like? We're going to be hearing from different people all throughout the day in what this liberating ourselves from old systems, but liberating ourselves from our own secrets, from our own self-loathing. I got lots, working on it. You know? Doing our work to be the highest version of ourselves so that Coralus can even go higher. I love that Coralus is not finished. It's not finished. We are dreaming this dream, rising the vision, and taking it elsewhere.